Hello, Perceptive Reader. This is a James Powatry Consultant moment, and this is to free your mind. One thing that I told you I learned about bullies, the way that they function is you can actually be happy that they have a lot of nice stuff, and it wouldn't bother you one bit at all because you're just happy for them or you have no thought at all. And yet, if they can't make you jealous or envious of what they actually have, then they actually get upset. So you meditate on that for a while as to what in the world, and I'm going to tell you another thought that goes along with that as to how much sense that makes or how much nonsense it shows. Basically, um, to free your mind, perceptive reader, of any thoughts as far as where a lot of professionals are coming from who realize that they still have to answer to the grand creator in the end anyway, God, period. That um, when it comes to working with others, and let's say, I talked about the monopoly. I told you about you have freelancers and then you have people who have contracts and some contracts are exclusive and then you got the non-disclosure agreements with those that you come to find out that you hire a person sometimes and they were just straight up working with a big time competitor. I've explained to you in times past, this is one of the reasons why you have IT, information technology administrators who get paid the huge amounts of money that they get paid. And also on their exit interviews and things of that nature, I'm talking to the admins and especially the super admins, they will still get some type of stipend or huge payoff. Why? Because of the level of responsibility that their job had, the importance of it, the security of it. And so they do not want the persons who now are leaving from their company, one, to be divulging their secrets, but they also don't want the person being still in I know I use that word destitute situation, but yeah, actually being in a situation where then they would be tempted by bribery and all sorts of other, you see what I'm saying, perks that a company can come along and pay them for what the other company, and especially if the company gave them the shaft, as we say, gave them the shaft, that now it's like they put them in the situation where it's like, no, that company is literally just trying to destroy them. And so the company already showed they they didn't have loyalty towards that employee. And that's how things end up in court, et cetera, et cetera. At times. So still the point that I want to emphasize to you, with the monopoly and situation, sometimes I told you people actually try to always grab this person or that person's, and then because that person really doesn't know what their worth is in the first place, they may feel that they can't accomplish a job in this way or that way, and that was purposely beat into their heads in the first place, you see, by not giving them really kudos. And I say again, no, you don't have to live for compliments or anything, but I told you before, the way that I function, uh, I've seen too often there's enough of people always tearing others down and disrespecting them, teaching them how to disrespect them. And I told you that it's not a scriptural teaching. And so, all the same, that then persons not realizing even who they are when they have somebody that shows them the dignity or respect that they deserve, then they look at that person cross-eyed. Well, I'm here to tell you today that the more spiritually mature you come, thankful to the Bible, you see, and God's Holy Spirit, You realize a lot of these methods and tactics, the way that people treat others at times, it is still basically just grade school children. You see, that just, like I said, just don't act right. Just don't have the right understanding. That's why they normally need their parents to teach them how to treat people right. And that's what I mean, treat people right, treat people with dignity. You see, but all the same, this is what I want to assure you on. Let's say you get into a situation where it's like, James, I'm still tied to this contract, for this way or that way, and what these people said was, uh, I can't work for you. I can't give you my name because they once again hijacked that from up under me as well, and devils in the detail. See, that goes to show you something there, but that's a side note. So this is going to stay my buy me coffee exclusive group. I just thought I'd let you know. So the whole point is this. Well, some persons can't get their name back, and some persons always have to work with a group. One thing that I will tell you, and this is a fact, see, that's what this whole triangulation is about, that different people and companies use at times. It's just to really triangulate you in such a way where they only want people around you that they can use to hurt you in the first place. See, such mischievousness, such deviousness, you see. But all the same, I want to emphasize you that if that's the case, then I'm still going to wish you the best. I still wish you the best. But they certainly not going to use, they're certainly not going to use anybody. And that's why I encourage you. Don't let them use anybody to sabotage or steal from you or what have you. But let me emphasize this to you, and this is one of the reasons why I told you, if I ever have to go to court on these matters, um, because sometimes people try to make it seem like that out of all the bad stuff that they did to you through slander and sabotage, they try to act like, but no, I didn't steal from you. You see, seriously, this is how some persons try to reason. And this is what I'm about to tell you next is something that I never really heard addressed in court, but I think some of the lawyers that listen to this podcast, oh yeah, I got one or two lawyers that do listen to this podcast. I think they just want to kick every morning out of this or that. I'm not saying they take anything I say seriously, but there's one or two lawyers that listen to this podcast, and I'm about to mention to you something that you haven't addressed that maybe you will start addressing, because this is the fact of the matter. The hand, you see, is normally different from the mind that tells the hand to do something. You know that. So a person can be a resource, they can be the hand of still this mastermind that's still telling the hand to do it. So what happens? When the hand get caught, the hand is the one that gets cut off. You see, it's the one that is the scapegoat, and the mastermind that thought up all this, nothing happens. Well, still, this is what I'm going to share with you. The hand may have been the thief that still stole something, but I tell you what, it was still the mind that actually caused all of this. It caused, let me use this word, the sabotaging of another person's life or business or what have you. So, sabotage, whether it be slander, whether you end up using your authority to get people's social media accounts and things of that nature cut off. See, during that time when your social media, whether it's TikTok, your Facebook, anything that can bring you what? Currency and request, I like to use the example of buy me a coffee. All those items that actually get your name out there, like so is a form of marketing or what have you, that stuff is money. It's currency. It really is currency that turns into money. So when you sabotage with your authority and stopped all of that from happening for this person, whether it's a company, whether it's a sole proprietor, guess what? That sabotage, in my mind, it equates to thievery and stealing. So they may say they didn't reach in your hand or reach in your pocket and took one dime, $1 out of your pocket. But you know what? All the methods that they use to sabotage you from even getting an income. And they can't say whether or not, oh, you don't have no fans or this or that. Well, you know what? Yeah, because you already sabotaged. You didn't let things happen organically in the first place. So you stop the money from materializing or manifesting or even the people all through your sabotage. In my mind, that's thievery. That's being a thief in spirit. So, what am I telling you? The same way people can get compensation for stealing somebody, stealing from somebody, even according to the Bible and things of that nature, there are points made in court sometimes, what they may call what? Punitive damages. That's what I think sabotage links with. It is money. They are thieves to me who did this. Take care of yourself. And for you lawyers, one or two lawyers that got your cup of coffee, I hope you had a good laugh from this. Take care.